Folks, I got new glasses, and it's like progressive lenses, and I feel like I'm drunk. The Rizzo Show starts now.
MGM Northfield Park presents The Rizzo Show. And now your host, Tony Rizzo, with co-host Mike Polk Jr.
I don't know what progressive means.
Well, they look great.
Well, I'm sure they look great.
You look like Elvis Costello.
Look at, like. See, he had to fire back after Woody from Toy Story last week.
Radio.
Hey now, welcome to the Rizzo Show. How's everybody doing tonight, huh? Woo! Yeah, ready for some more rain? Oh, sorry. Folks, drama begins with the letter D, and so does Duke Johnson. Michael, the Browns had a very successful mini camp for 3 days, except they have a disgruntled employee.
Sure, and who really cares? Is this that big of a deal, really?
Third string running back? Hell yeah, it is. All kidding aside, people ask me this, and I'm like, you have to understand, the Browns are the darlings, folks, of the NFL. So when their third string running backs, it's news. Yeah. It's crazy.
No, it is. And it is a shame, too, because I really do like Duke's game. I think that he has been, he's sat through some lean years, obviously, and I think he's exciting to watch. I think he's a great asset. And it's too bad that he's disgruntled. It's too bad that he can't get on the same page as this. But it's more than anything just a pointless distraction that's unnecessary. And we've got to talk about something. If it weren't this, we'd be finding something else wrong. So I guess it's fine that it's this.
Well, here is the reason he wants out, and he says it has nothing to do with the addition of running back Kareem Hunt.
Like I said before, my trade request was to meet them at a middle ground. I was put on trade block a month before I requested a trade, so that's all it is. I'm big on loyalty, and I felt as I've been loyal to the organization through it all. And the moment that I no longer have loyalty, and that's even in my personal life, even with friends and family, the moment the loyalty stops, it stops on both ends. This is not a one-way street. It stops on my end as well, but that stopped me from doing my job? Of course not. Like, that's not gonna stop me. Me being upset, me being, still want to be traded would not stop me from coming out here performing at the high levels.
Well, this is gonna play out, Michael. It's gonna be very interesting because I don't think you're gonna get a lot for Duke Johnson, number one. I think he's probably gonna come to training camp. Maybe something happens there. But if the Browns had their druthers and everything went their way, he would come in, he would contribute this year, which he will. He's part of the offense. And then, around the trade deadline, they could see what they could get for him, and then Kareem Hunt would come in. But he's in insurance policy right now. But the reason why he's not here right now is because there's no market for him. You're going to trade him for a 7th-round pick?
Right.
No, it doesn't even make sense.
Now, here's how a lot of people interpreted that soundbite that we just heard from Duke, and this is the problem. Go ahead.
Do you really think
No, I don't think so at all. That's just the problem. That's how people are interpreting it. But
it is business.
This is my question, really. I think you can confirm this. Why is he all of a sudden unhappy? We're on this team that actually, people are talking about playoffs, and that's got to be new to him. But last year, he signed a contract extension after we had already signed Carlos Hyde.
Right.
After we had just drafted Nick Chubb.
Right.
He already knew that his actual usefulness on the team might be relegated to third downs and whatnot. He was going to play a more minimal role. So why now, especially now that Carlos Hyde is gone, and you know you're not going to have Kareem Hunt for at least 8 games, why is he unhappy?
Well, that's a good question. You know what? It's all about these guys' egos. Michael, he has. I know this is professional sports, but these guys are human. There's emotion in this. He realizes he's never going to be. Once Kareem Hunt comes on this team, he won't get 2 carries or 5 passes thrown to him.
I can't believe this didn't occur to him last year either, though. But how much of this do you think? He was playing the slot receiver. Duke Johnson was 2 years ago.
Right.
Then you get Jarvis Landry, who's like the ultimate slot receiver for the most part. And how much of that do you think was an effect? He's not going to get as many touches.
Well, there was a lot of news made too when Baker Mayfield sounded off about what he thinks about Duke's request.
We have guys that want to be here. They'll show that. They'll voice that. Obviously, he's going to handle his stuff how he wants. But you're either on this train or you're not. It's moving. You can get out the way or you can join us. So it is what it is.
Wow. Listen, I know there's a lot of quarterbacks in the league, Michael, that would have said, hey, man, I'm not getting between a man and his money and his playing time and all that. That's not Baker Mayfield, y'all. Baker Mayfield's a leader. Baker Mayfield wants everyone to know you're either with us or you're against us. Does that bother you?
I don't know if it's healthy right now. I think he's a young kid still trying to figure this out. Again, I think Baker will not be making these comments in 4 years. I think that he'll know to step back from these things. I think he's still trying to prove himself as that leader. And I do think he is that leader, but I think he'll be more careful with his language. Although, you just heard Freddie Kitchens. You're with us or you're against us.
If you don't wear brown and orange, you don't matter.
So it starts from the top down. Hey, that's who you're looking up to. That's your mentor. He's obviously saying that kind of speech is okay. I don't like hearing it. I know a lot of dudes in the area are just like, yeah, be mean as hell. Be the alpha that we want you to be. That's just not my bag, and I think you could do it I could do without it.
Wow. I think it's Baker. I think it's Baker being Baker, and I disagree with you. I think he will still be doing it 4 years down the road. That's who he is. That's who he was at Oklahoma. He doesn't apologize for it either.
Right.
He said, look, I'm different. This is the way I roll, and this is the way we're going to roll. Now, if Baker doesn't like you, he will let you know, Michael.
Yeah, ask Cowherd.
Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah, I do remember this. Yeah, the stare down, remember?
To Hugh Jackson? Look at that.
Yeah, he even did the backwards jog looking at him.
Yeah, you know what, though? Katie, our producer, slowed it down. It makes it look even worse.
It does. Gotta put the Jaws theme underneath that next time.
You know what, though, Mike? To your point, if Baker Mayfield wins in Cleveland, he could pretty much say and do whatever the hell he wants.
He can. And I don't think he'll ever change as a person. I just think that he'll realize that it's not always beneficial to speak the way.
What a fake handshake that was.
Yeah,
man.
it was real
By the way,
sad.
folks, are you kidding me? Hugh wanted to say Baker was just having none of it.
We were all excited about that when that happened, obviously, but doesn't it? I honestly kind of feel bad for him at this point, for Hugh Jackson. I'm really at that point. He's kind of pathetic.
Well, I feel bad for him now because we're good, so I don't care anymore, right? There we
So
go.
we're allowed to be magnanimous.
There was not any Odell Beckham Jr. drama this week, Michael. He showed up and did his job. Not only did he show up, he came in phenomenal shape and looked really good. Now, from what I saw of him live, I could not believe how quick he is.
Yes.
Fast is one thing to run down the field, but his quickness in and out of breaks and the way he can separate from defenders is unmatched. We haven't seen anything like this, honestly, maybe not since Webster Slaughter. I mean, that type of a receiver to get separation. So, is OBJ excited to finally be here in Cleveland?
I'm almost giddy. I feel like a little kid, the excitement that I have seeing Baker, seeing these guys, we talk a lot about this offense, but this defense is something special. And this team is really coming together. But, the good part about it is it's only June, beginning of June. Still got a lot of time. You still got a whole training camp to go through. And I feel like this team's really going to come together. But I'm beyond excited about an opportunity I have to just start over, a new team. Obviously, the goal is always going to be the same. It's to hang banners. That's what you play this game for. But we know we got a lot of expectations. We know we got a lot of work to do. And I think we'll get there.
Listen, he should be excited. And here's why. He's in a way better situation.
Sure.
With all due respect to the national people out there who have their agendas. Baker Mayfield's a much better quarterback than Eli Manning. The Browns are a much better team than the New York Giants. Fact. Pat Shurmur is not a good coach. I saw him here. They went 4-12 in New York. God bless him. He still has a job. And somehow. I don't know how. But he is in a better situation, Michael. And I think finally coming here and going through some practices with the team, he's finally realizing that.
I rarely watch entire press conferences like that because it's mostly the same thing. Just got to keep our heads down, keep working hard, take it day by day, just try and get better every time. But I watched all of that and I was excited through the whole thing and I liked his attitude. That was the first time that I've actually seen an extended thing with him, and it was interesting sort of getting to. And I was very impressed with him. I was, and I think that he is. I think he does seem genuinely excited to be here.
So the Browns are on break until training camp in about a month. We know that Baker, too, is going to be getting married pretty soon.
By the way, there's nothing that balances out a player, usually, like a marriage like that. You don't want him at the clubs. You don't want him down on whatever West 6 is or Town Hall or whatever's cool now. I don't know, kids.
Barley, baby.
Sure, Barley House. I like that he's going to be stuck at home with his new wife. That's what I want.
Stuck at home.
That's what I want. I want him boring.
I wanted that for you. What happened?
I know. Well, here we are,
All right. What's Freddie Kitchens going to do with his time off for the next 4 weeks?
Well, I know I'm not going to leave Cleveland too much in the summer because it's beautiful, right? So, I'm not really sure yet. I know I'll go to a few horse shows with my daughters. Looking forward to that. This has not been the normal spring for them. and I've got some time to make up with them and my wife.
I was expecting our art department to have Freddie.
I love how
Freddie on a horse right there. Yeah, Freddie did run into Belmont
how
yesterday.
Casually, he's like, obviously I'm doing the normal father stuff, going to some horse shows with my daughter, like it's a soccer game or something. But I wouldn't want anything else out of Freddie Kitchens.
Do you think Freddie's going to Baker's wedding? Probably.
I would say he'll probably be invited. They seem to have a pretty good relationship. Yeah.
We did not, by the way, get our invite to that wedding.
It's a matter of time.
I know. Coming up, Michael, the All-Star Game is a month away. Who will represent your tribe? I've got a little scoop. Stay with us.
Way.
Thanks during the break. Welcome back, everybody, to the Rizzo Show. Michael, the All-Star Game is exactly a month away, and downtown is gearing up. But are the Indians? Now, the banners are in place.
Ooh.
21 Pilots and the Killers. Now, is that good? Two good bands?
That's good. That's like a good in-between. That hits like the right demos, I think. It really does. Because they're, they've been around long enough. It's not some newfangled.
Killers, right.
Yeah,
They've been around for a long time.
And everybody can enjoy them, I think, so that's cool.
I think baseball's got a little problem, man. People don't know who the stars are anymore.
No, I didn't know half those banners.
When I walked into the '97 All-Star, there was, there was Ken Griffey Jr.,
Right.
there was Derek Jeter, there was A-Rod, the pitchers were Greg Maddux, and who are the All-Stars? Other than Mike Trout, do you think anybody knows anybody? Who are the Indians All-Stars? I'll tell you who. First of all, Brad Hand has got to go.
Yes, absolutely.
Our closer's guy, I know he's got like 15 saves or whatever. He's got a 1 point something ERA.
And he's perfect save record, right?
Right, and I believe Frankie Lindor is going to go.
Heating up.
His average is getting up, and it's a hometown thing too. But they want to have the hometown guy for the Indians.
I understand the problem though is there's like a ton of shortstops in our division who are in the American League. So they'll have to sort
I still think he gets the nod, and then I think a dark horse is Carlos Santana.
Yeah.
I do. Where would the Indians be without him? I know we're only about 500 team
And if anybody's going to get that hometown bump, it's going to be him, I think, because he's one of the few bright spots. Nobody saw it coming, really. I mean, were you stoked when you saw that we were getting Carlos Santana back at the beginning of the year?
No, not really.
But now we've been completely reliant on him, and he's been like Cool Hand Luke for this whole season.
He's a Tito guy. Terry likes him a lot. Speaking of the Indians, we are sending our thoughts and prayers out to Carlos Carrasco and his family for a speedy recovery. Mike, the 32-year-old, was diagnosed with a blood condition after feeling lethargic for several weeks. His return is unknown, but hopefully he will come back. Last year, it was Leonis Martin who had the blood disorder.
Such a weird
It's a weird thing.
And I don't understand it, and I don't understand. Nobody knows what the length of time is either. That's the other frustrating thing. So, but it is just another hit to that Indians organization, and injuries are just ravaging this team.
So now we're without Kluber.
Yes.
We're without Carrasco.
Yes.
We're without Clevenger.
Right.
You're going to be without Bauer when they trade him. I mean, boy, the best laid plans, right, of mice and men.
Now, does this make them look worse or better, the Dolans, for not spending money in the offseason?
I think it makes them look worse.
Yeah.
I do. But these injuries, you can't. It's hard to overcome.
No, they can't know that Carlos Carrasco is going to get a blood sickness.
Sure.
That's not fair for anyone to try and guess.
Michael, the NBA Finals ratings are down 20%. Are you watching? Are you rooting for the Raptors?
I'm watching every game, and of course I'm rooting for the Raptors with the rest of sane America and decent people everywhere. And it's been absolutely fun. I still don't have a lot of faith in them pulling this out, but boy, wouldn't it be great.
Raptors, Kyle Lowry, and Warriors investor Mark Stevens.
Oh, yeah.
Got into a shoving match. Well, actually, not a shoving match. Stevens shoved.
Yeah.
Lowry.
It's just an assault.
He was signed $500,000, and they banned him for 1 season from all Warrior team activities. Does the crime match the punishment?
Yeah, I mean, I think he should be executed personally. But maybe not. That's a little harsh. Sorry.
Just some rich guy who thinks he can push anybody he wants around.
And you know what the best part is?
What's wrong with that?
The push was so rich guy sad. It was just like, like that. He got banned for a year.
He dropped a blankety blank on him.
Yeah, and he did that. But he got banned for a year for like a real ladylike push too. And that's the best thing about it.
Should have just,
if you're gonna do it,
trip him.
Deck him.
Right.
Do something like that. But and they try and they keep trying to do the replay of it like on TV and stuff, but they can't even get a good angle that makes it look harsh.
Right.
It's just him, but it's just another entitled rich jerk. So.
Please don't put ropes up between the. I'm worried now that they're gonna, put something in between the fans and the court.
Right,
you
right,
know?
yeah.
A screen.
I'd put barbed wire in front of the rich people, personally.
Speaking of hoops, NBA draft is June 20th. And Michael, I don't think the Cavs are going to get my Zion.
No, don't count him
They're
out.
going to get a good player, though. They are.
He might slide. No, yeah, they are. They will get a good player, but we just don't know who it's going to be
Coming
yet.
up. Oh, we're going to go eat some fantastic Italiano.
Oh, yeah.
Stay with us.
Oh, whew.
Hey now.
Hey, fellas, welcome back to the Rizzo Show, everybody. And it is my favorite time of the show when I get to watch Tony eat without me. I hear Dante calling your name exclusively. Let's take a look.
If you watch the Rizzo Show, you should know who Dante is, one of the top restaurateurs and chefs in Cleveland, Ohio. We've been to Dante's in Tremont, we've been to DC Pasta in Strongsville, but today we're on the west bank of the Flats. This is Dantes Inferno. Well, look who showed up for lunch, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dante himself. Dante, explain to everybody, you're from here. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up on the west side.
Yeah.
Parma. Middleburg Heights.
That's my guy. Now you're a world famous chef. What is Dante's Inferno? How is it different from your other properties?
This is probably one of my I have the most fun at this property. Just because we got all these great pizzas. Being Italian, how can you not enjoy eating pasta, meatballs, pizzas? A little more casual, good place to hang out.
That is a hell of a meatball. Number one.
Nice
That's
and
got to be
soft.
homemade recipe.
Yeah, all.
That's from Parma right there. All right, now explain to me what you're doing with the pizzas, because this looks, first of all, that's the Inferno, right?
Yeah, this is the signature pizza, Dante's Inferno. So it has olives, hot peppers, chili flakes, sausage, pepperoni. And this is something we also feature at Progressive Field too. This is one of our biggest sellers down there.
We've all stood in line for it. Thank
Right?
you very much.
Takes a little time to get one down.
Oh, that is so great. Thin crust. Your crust is tasty. Oh, the toppings blend together so well. I like the heat of the pepper.
It's not too much, but it's just
Not too much.
enough where you can eat the whole thing.
But what is that?
This is sausage, peppers, and rigatoni right on top of the pizza. And then we top it with mozzarella, a little bit of ricotta cheese.
What is a pasta pizza?
It's a pasta pizza, and it's something actually in Italy you see a lot. So it's not a crazy American idea. It's something the Italians.
Explain to everybody. You've been everywhere too.
I lived in Italy, yeah. Traveled around, but I lived in Italy for many years, and that's where all my restaurants are based on my travels and food that I've eaten. And
This is a great spot. Dante, congratulations. This is absolutely fantastic, partner.
No,
Always
thank
great
you.
to see you.
My pleasure,
Thanks.
man.
We got to play some golf, right?
golf sounds like
There
a
we
great
go.
idea.
Well, if it stops snowing, we'll do that. Oh, you know another great place where you can get a great pie, Michael?
Where's
Ooh.
that?
That would be our favorite, the MGM Northfield Park. Let's see what's happening.
There's a new show in town, Northeast Ohio, and we brought the spirit of Las Vegas with us. We're blowing the top off with 8 chances to win a 2019 Ford Mustang convertible during our Harness the Horsepower 8 Cars in 8 Days giveaway in June. All M Life Rewards members earn 1 entry for each point earned starting June 1st and can earn 3 times entries on Thursdays. Drawings are every Tuesday and Friday at 9 p.m. Introducing TAP at MGM Northfield Park. Enjoy comfort food, pub classics, and a large selection of beer. Join us for our first Cleveland Indians watch party on Saturday, June 29th. Enjoy a baseball-themed menu, Indians mascots, giveaways, and more. Treat yourself to an amazing up-close and acoustic experience with Brett Scallions, the lead singer of the band Fuel, Saturday, June 22nd. Get ready to tee it up with golf personality David Faraday when he brings his live off-tour show to the center stage on Saturday, June 29th. Take a Vegas vacation without leaving the state. MGM Northfield Park, Las Vegas.
I'm a made man.
Hey now. Well, don't forget, come on, y'all. Our good friends, Big Chuck and Little John are coming up next. Don't go anywhere. All right, is this going to be the longest 5 weeks of my life? Yes.
For the media, yes.
Yes. It's
absolutely.
countdown to kickoff, Michael.
Right.
Browns, 91 days.
Why aren't all the players reading their playbooks all the time and doing push-ups?
No,
That's what you guys have to say.
I swear to you, last year at this time, you forget, Hugh Jackson was our head coach. The Browns were coming off 1-31 in their last 2 seasons. And I remember going, oh my God, there's a preseason game this week.
Right.
No!
Yeah.
We were like dreading it. It was in August, and all of a sudden now, you can't wait.
Right.
You can't wait.
All right. Hey, have a good one,
You're
everybody.
going to have to wait. Please, thank you for being with us. Good to be alive. Good night, everyone.
Good night,
thank you.
folks.